All right, everyone. Good morning. I'm Juliana. I'm going to be guiding you through today in our morning workout. So welcome. It looks like we've got a few people. So it looks like everybody's on mute, which is great. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you do have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask me. But we are going to get started on our morning workout. So just a few things, some equipment that would be helpful for the morning would be a band, some small weights or some medium weights, a mat, and then a foam roll, which I forgot. Give me 1 second. I'm going to run upstairs and grab my foam roll. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so we are going to get started with some stretching. So here we go. We're going to bring the knees up towards your chest and rise up onto your toes. So what you want to think about is just getting some hip movement. And really think about that leg that you're standing on. You should have a nice stable base on the foot that's on the floor. As you raise up onto your toes, should get some calf activation. And just alternate knee to chest. And throughout any of these exercises, everyone, I'm going to be giving you some modifications. So if you're having any issue, something's a little bit too hard, just give yourself a break, and I will give you some modifications to make things a little bit easier, or if you're finding that you need a little extra challenge, I'll give you some modifications to make it harder. All right, and now we're going to switch to hip openers. We're going to bring the ankle and the knee up towards your chest and alternate. So this part at the beginning we call dynamic stretching. A little different from static stretching where we just hold stretches. Moving while we're stretching, we get a little better prepared for the activity we're about to take part in, which is more movement related. Looks like someone's got a question here. Let's see. Get to mute. Looks like you can just mute it. Not sure if anybody has any cues on muting, but Stephanie, I can't hear anything. I'm not sure if anybody else is getting any background noise, but doesn't look like any sound is coming through from you. Okay, next one, you guys, we're going to be doing our quads. Try to bring your heel towards your bottom, alternating. If you can't quite reach your foot, you can always bring your heel towards your hand behind you. Our goal is to get some stretch from the front part of our thigh, the quad. And we'll alternate. Same idea as the other ones. If you want to think about the stance leg, keep it a nice strong stance leg, and hold those belly buttons in. Give your core some stability as you're going through these exercises. All right. Next, we're going to be doing a hamstring stretch. We're going to take our right hand and we're going to bring it toward our left toes. And we'll switch. Alternate. Opposite hand toward the opposite toes. And we're still holding those belly buttons in to have a strong core as you're alternating. You don't have to keep your knee really straight. I just want you to feel that stretch behind your thigh. All right, and we're going to stick with the hamstrings. And now what I want you to do is we're going to keep the back straight. We're going to stand on one foot, and we're going to reach down toward our toes. Feel that stretch in the hamstring, back of the thigh. Come back up and switch. And just alternate. Really think about only going as far as you can to feel that stretch in your hamstring and not rounding your back as you go down. Really keep that back nice and flat. And we'll do a few more on each leg. All right. So we're going to work a little more on the hip flexors. We're going to take a big lunge step forward. We're going to bend the knees, and I really want you to feel a stretch in front of your back hip. To feel it a little deeper, we're going to take our left arm and reach over. Go ahead and come back and switch. Left foot forward, right arm overhead. Feel that stretch in front of your right hip. And alternate. Right foot, stretch, and back. Left foot, stretch, and back. Right. Good. And left, stretch. Right. And left. And left. Great, we'll do a few more on each side. Good. All right, so now we're gonna add a little bit of a twist into it to get the spine stretched out. We're gonna come into that lunge again. We're gonna, if right foot is forward, left hand is gonna go down toward the floor. If you can't quite reach there, you can bring it just to the inside of your leg. And we'll give a little twist. Reach that right arm up, twisting the body away. Come back up. Step forward with the left. Right hand down to the floor or to the inside of your leg. And twist. Push back. Step forward. Opposite hand down. Twist. Step forward. Opposite hand down. Twist. Good. Step forward, twist. Forward, twist. Good. We'll do a couple more on each side. Last one on each side. Good. All right, we're going to get one more dynamic stretch for our core, get our core a little bit more into it. So we're going to reach down to the mat, crawl out, come on to our plank, crawl back, and stretch overhead. Crawl down, all the way out to a plank, crawl back, come on up, stretch overhead. Crawl down to our plank, Crawl back. Stretch overhead, big stretch. 2 more, crawl down to our plank. Crawl back. Big stretch overhead. Last one. Plank. Crawl back. And stretch overhead. Very nice. Okay, everyone. That was our dynamic warm-up. Hope you feel like you've got getting the blood going now. We're going to get into a little bit more of our strengthening. Let me just check real quick if anybody had any other questions. I think we're okay. All right, great. Okay, so we are going to take our band. If you've got a looped band, this would be great. If not, if you have one of these kind of bands, you can just tie it in a knot. But what we're going to do is step into it, and it's going to come right up above our knees. Okay. All right, so we got the band above the knees. We're going to bring the hip feet about hip width apart from each other. All right, and we're going to try some squats. I'm going to have you push your bottom back like you're sitting in a chair, and then squeeze those glutes as you come up. Hold those belly buttons in so you've got a nice strong core. Bottom back, weighting the heels, and we're going to go up and down from here. Now we've got the band on. Try to keep a little bit of pressure outwards against the band so that those knees don't collapse inward. Don't let those knees come in toward each other. Really push that band out so the knees are in line with your feet. If you look down, you should be able to see your feet, okay? Don't let your knees go in front of your toes. So if you see me from the side, my bottom is going back and my knees stay behind my toes. All right, and we'll go through some squats here. Keep going up and down, squeeze those glutes. Just gonna turn our timer on. Good, up and down. All right. Very nice. Weight in the heels, squeeze the glutes, belly buttons in. Good, stable core. Hold those belly buttons in. We got about 20 seconds left, especially on the up part. Squeeze those glutes together. Squeeze, weight in the heels. Almost there, 10 seconds left. Great. All right, we'll shake them off a little bit. Good job. Okay, so now we're gonna go a little wider with the feet. Spread those feet out a little wider than hip width. So we still have the band on, we got that stretch against the band. And we're gonna come down into this wide squat. I want you to think of keeping your head the same height and your shoulders the same height throughout this exercise. We're gonna shift the body to the right without dropping the head or the shoulders down. And then we shift the body to the left. I got the panels in my garage door to make sure that I'm not cheating here. Keeping my head in line. And we're just gonna switch side to side. So when I'm to the right, I got my right shoulder, my right hip, my right knee, and the side of my right foot all lined up together. And then I shift the other way. I got my left shoulder, left hip, left knee, left foot, all lined up. And you want to keep the weight back in the heels as you're shifting side to side. Again, like the squat, if you look down, you should be able to see your foot. Your knee should not be covering up your toes. Good. Switch. And of course, you guys can do this one. If you're feeling like it's a little tough to do with the band on, you can absolutely do this one without the band. If you're feeling like your band's a little easier and you want to tighten it up a little bit more, that's okay too. Get a little extra challenge, you can make it a little harder. Also, to increase the challenge, get down a little lower in your squat. Push those hips back and hold those belly buttons in. Really think about a nice form while you're doing this. And we'll switch back to the right. And back to the left. And we've got one more each direction. Back to the right. And last one to the left. Great. All right. Come on up. Shake those legs out. Now this one, I like to have my foam roll nearby. If you have a chair, you can also use a chair. Just something to hold on to for balance. All right. So with this one, we call this one the fire hydrant. So we're going to come down into a little mini squat. If the foam roll or the chair is on your left side, I'm going to have you stand on your right foot. Okay, we're going to pick that left foot up. We're going to keep our little mini squat, and then we're going to push out against this band, back and diagonal. And we're going to continue to go back and diagonal with the leg while this right leg on the floor stays nice and stable. Now, a few things to think about. As you pull the band away, don't let your right knee follow and twist your body toward that left leg. Really hold it nice and strong. My weight is staying in my right heel. And the other thing you can kind of see from my shirt here, the line of my shirt is staying even. I'm not letting that hip drop out to the side. So really keep that nice, strong right leg as you're pulling the left leg away. And we got about 15 more seconds. Very nice, everyone. All right, you should feel a nice little burn in that leg that's on the ground. Shake it off a bit. And then we'll switch sides. So you switch the foam roll or the chair, whatever you're using for balance. All right, so now I got the foam roll under my right hand. I'm gonna come into my little mini squat. I'm gonna pick my right foot up, standing on a nice strong left leg here, and then pull that right leg away. We're going back and diagonal with the right leg, thinking about those same things. Nice strong left leg on the ground. My weight is in my left heel. My bottom is pushed back. My knee, my left knee stays behind my left toes. Now go out as far as you can with that right leg without twisting your back. Right? You don't want to twist. You want to try and keep your trunk nice and still. The only moving piece is this right leg. Good job. We've got 15 more seconds. Keep the weight in that left heel. Very nice, everyone. Okay, let's go ahead and we can just move the foam roller just to the side. We'll use it again. We're going to take our bands off. Keep them close by too, because we'll use these again. So for this one, make enough space here. We're going to do some reverse lunges. All right, we've done this in the class with our sliders, but we're just going to do a regular lunge back. So we're going to start putting our left foot back first. Hold on to your chair, your foam roll as needed, and we'll step back into a lunge. And we're going to try to drive as we come up, drive this left knee up towards your chest. Step back, drive up. Hold on if you need to. If we want to make it a little harder, if you're feeling like this is a bit easy, you can always add a bit of a hop in. So as you drive that knee up, hop. Drive the knee up, hop. Since I have to keep talking through this, I'm just gonna lift my knee up. I'm not gonna do the hop, but it's absolutely an option. We'll stick with one leg, left leg back, drive the knee up. So if we think about the right leg, got our strong right leg as it's planted on the ground, same things apply. Don't let that right knee go in front of the right toes, and don't let that right hip drop out to the side. And we've got 15 seconds left. Very nice. Okay, shake it off. And we're gonna switch legs. Okay, so foam roll on the opposite side. Step back with that right foot into our reverse lunge. Drive the right knee up. Step back, drive the knee up. Hold those belly buttons in. Make sure we're still keeping a nice strong core. Pushing down into that left leg as you drive the right knee up. Good job, everyone. We got 15 seconds left. Great. Okay. Shake those legs off. Okay. I'll come over here to the side of the screen. Okay. So one more and then we'll take a little water break. We're going to come out to the, okay. We're going to come out to the side into a side lunge. So we are going to step out to the right, push back up to center. To the right. Keep the weight back. Hips are shifting backwards into that heel. As you push back and stand back up. Hold those belly buttons in. We have a nice strong trunk, supporting our spine throughout the lunge. And we got 15 seconds left. Very nice, everyone. Okay, last one. Come over to the other side of the screen so you can see me. All right, and we'll lunge out to the left. Lunge, push back. So only step out as far as you feel comfortable. But you may, as you step out, feel a little bit of a stretch on the inside of your straight leg. That's okay too. Keeping the weight back in the heel as you lunge and push back up. And 15 seconds left. Very nice. Okay, everyone, shake those legs off. Let's get a little sip of water, towel off if you need to. If you have any questions, now would be a good time to unmute yourself if you do have a question. Happy to answer any questions. But if you're doing okay, just take a little break. I realize it's a workout in itself to talk while you're working out. I hope I'm burning some more calories because it's tiring. Okay. All right, everybody. So if we're feeling ready, again, this part of the class is going to be a little bit of a circuit. So when we're in person in the class, we kind of go through a couple exercises and we switch around. Obviously, we don't have to switch with anybody. So we're going to be doing 3 exercises, and then we're going to go through those exercises twice. I'll lead you through it. The first one we're going to do is a split squat. So if you've got some small or medium-sized weights, it's up to you. We're going to come into a lunge position. All right, and those weights are just going to hang down right next to your sides. What you're going to do is bend both knees, bring your hips down toward the floor, and then push yourself back up. And we'll go up and down from here. Now to make it a little bit easier, you don't need the weights. Just the body weight would be fine. If you'd like to have your foam roll nearby or a chair, you can hold on to that for balance. We're going to go for 45 seconds on one leg, and then we're going to switch and do 45 on the other leg. So keep going. I'm going to put my weights down, and I'll let you know when to switch legs. And we've got 10 seconds left. Very good. And then we'll switch legs. So hold on to those weights if you want. Those weights just stay right down next to your sides. And go. 45 seconds. We're thinking about the same things that we talked about earlier on. Keeping our hips even. Don't let that front knee dive inwards. Try and keep the knee in line with the foot. And then don't let that front knee bend forward over your toes. You want it to come slightly forward, but you don't want it going so far over your toes that you're putting strain on your knee. And we've got 10 seconds left. Very nice. Okay, so that's exercise number 1. Let me move my weights out of the way. Exercise number 2, we're gonna do crab walks. So grab your bands, and we're gonna step into them. Now you can have it just above your knees. If you wanna make it a little bit harder, you can bring that band right around your ankles. All right, and we'll start from one end of your mat, one end of your yard, wherever you are. Come down into a little mini squat, and we're gonna crab walk sideways. And we'll do this for 1.5 minutes total because we don't have to switch sides. I'll keep time for you. Make sure you got a clear path as you're doing this. If you don't have too much space, you can always just do 1 or 2 steps to one side and then switch to the other side. little more than halfway there. We got about 30 seconds left. Good. We got 10 seconds left. Try to get as many steps as you can in. Very nice. Good, everyone. Okay, so if the band was around your ankles, let's lift it back up above the knees. And this is our third exercise of the circuit. We'll keep the band on. We're going to come down to our mat. And we're going to lie on your side. Okay, so let me show you a couple of things first. The first option is to come all the way down into a clamshell. So this is option number 1. I haven't started the time yet, so let me just show you first. Clamshell, option number 1. Option number 2, make it a little bit harder. You can come up onto your elbow and onto the knees. So I've got my hips up off of the ground, and I'm doing my clamshell in this modified plank position. Okay? You guys choose whichever one you want to do. If we want to make it a little bit easier, go ahead and just take the band off, and you can just do a clamshell without the band. All right, and we'll start the time now. 45 seconds, and then I'll tell you when to switch sides. So really thinking about the bottom leg, actually. You should feel that underside glute and the abdominals if you're up in this plank position. If you are down in the clamshell position, you should really feel the side of your glute burning as you are pushing up and down against that band. 10 seconds left on this side. Very nice, and we'll switch sides. Give you a second to switch. Okay, and time starts now, 45 seconds. Very nice. If you're feeling like you started in one position and then you wanted to finish in another position, that's okay too. Everybody, you're doing great. We've got 15 seconds left. All right. Good job, everyone. Okay, let's take those bands off. And we'll keep it close by because we've got half of our first circuit down. And our circuits are 2 sets long. So we're going to go back to that very first exercise, the split squats. So we'll grab the weights if you were using them. Come into our split squat position. Weights hang down right next to your sides. And split squat. Up and down. 45 seconds. Hold those belly buttons in. Keep your core nice and strong. I'm sorry, I hope the lighting is still okay. It's getting a little bright behind me as it's getting light outside. All right, everyone. 45 seconds down, we'll switch legs. All right, whoop. Opposite leg in the front, weights just hanging down next to your sides, and 45 seconds, go. Very nice. Keep a nice strong core. Nice push through the legs as you're pushing up. Feel the glutes working. Feel the quads working. And we've got 10 more seconds. Great. Okay, we'll put those weights down. And then let's find our band. Go ahead and slide that band on, either around the ankles or around the knees. And we're gonna get into our crab walks. So we've got our slight bend of the knees and hips. Knees stay behind the toes. Weight stays back in the heels. And go, step to the side. And we've got a minute and a half. Everybody, you're doing great. I can't see you, I can only see myself, but you're all still staying on, so I'm assuming everybody is doing a really awesome job and sticking with it and making modifications as you go along. It's a nice way to feel like we're getting a good start to the day, despite all of our current restrictions. So good job in continuing to take care of your bodies, finding a way to do that even though we can't get out, get to the gym. Everybody, you're doing great. We've got 10 seconds left. See if you can get one more lap in. Very nice. Great. Okay, let's bring that band up above the knees. For the third exercise of our circuit. Third and last one before we take a little break. So reminder, come on back down to your side. Pick any side. And you can either do the clamshell here down on the ground, or you can come on up to your plank. And time starts now. 45 seconds, and I'll let you know when to switch. This is a great exercise. I like this one because you get like a 3-for-1 deal. You obviously get the moving leg, that glute. You get the underside glute as you're holding yourself up, and you get your core. I like deals. More bang for your buck. Get a little shoulder blade too. Very nice. Okay, we'll switch sides. Okay, get into position. And 45 seconds starts now. Good job, everyone. We've got 15 seconds left. All right, good job. Wonderful. One circuit down, one to go. Go ahead and take those bands off. And take a little break. Get your towel, get a drink of water, take a breather. We'll have about a minute here, and then we'll come back together and do one more circuit. Just check and see. No questions are coming up. Very good. Now's the time. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, everyone, about 20 seconds left before we get started on our last circuit. Okay, here we go, our last circuit. Okay, so the first exercise, let's grab our small weights. I've got 2 pounds here. I think the other day I was using water bottles. No weights is fine as well, whatever you'd like to do. So this one, we're gonna come into a little bit wider than hip width position of our feet. We're gonna hold the weights right at our shoulder height. We're gonna come down into a squat. And as we push up, we're gonna push our weights up overhead. Come back to shoulder height as we come back down. Now I just wanna show you one thing to think about. As you're doing this one, watch me from the side, squat down. As you push up, you're going straight up with the weights, not back, okay? Don't lean back from your spine. That's gonna bother it. So squat down, push up overhead, okay? We might find that these 2-pound weights get heavy halfway through and we need to put them down, that's fine. All right, but we're gonna start 1.5 minutes with this one. Time starts now. Squat and push. Squat and push. A couple things to think about with your arms as you're reaching overhead. As you lift them up, don't shrug those shoulders up towards your ears. You want to keep some space between your ears and your shoulders. And we've been talking about the squat throughout. But really keep those hips back. Weight in the heels. And as you push up, squeeze those glutes together. And don't forget about that middle man between the arms and the legs, your core. Hold those belly buttons in. And as you lift up, really avoid arching from your back. Abs stay strong. Especially as you're pushing up, we don't want to arch back at all. So you're doing great. And you've got 20 seconds left. Three, 2, 1. All right, great. Let's hold on to the small weight. All right. For the second part of our circuit, we're going to stand on our right foot first. Hold that small weight in your right hand. What we're going to do is, standing on the right foot, we're going to reach this small weight forward in front of us, and then we're going to pull it back into a row position. So if you watch me from the side, my right leg stays straight. As I reach forward, I'm hinging from my hips here. My back stays straight. And as I pull up, I'm squeezing my shoulder blade in, pinching the shoulder blade in, and then coming back down into my reach. Pinch the shoulder blade and squeeze. Okay? And 45 seconds starts now. Reach forward and squeeze the shoulder blade. Reach and squeeze. So we're getting some arm workout here, some shoulder blade, but I really still want you to think about your legs. That right leg that you're standing on, keep it nice and strong. You should feel the back of your right thigh as you lean forward, and as you stand up, squeeze that glute. And we've got about 15 seconds left on this leg. And if you need to, I forgot to tell you this, if you needed to hold on to your foam roll, obviously standing on one foot is tough. Hold on to your foam roll, hold on to a chair, that's fine. And we'll switch legs. Weight in the left hand, stand on that left foot. And our last 45 seconds starts now. Reach forward, keep that left leg straight, squeeze that shoulder blade in. Reach forward and squeeze. Good job, everyone. Think about that left leg that's on the ground, nice, strong, stable base. Feel that hamstring, especially on your way down, and then on your way back up, squeeze the glutes. One more way to modify this if you don't have something to hold on to is you can always let the toes of your other foot come down if you needed to give yourself a little kickstand for balance. Doing great, everyone. 10 seconds left. Woo. Very nice. Good. Okay, we'll drop that weight. And then the third piece of our circuit here, a couple different ways to do this one. All right, so first thing, we're gonna come down into a plank position. Okay, now if you can do everything, this is how the first 45 seconds would be into a plank, full plank, and we're bringing the right knee toward the right elbow. 45 seconds will be like this. The second 45 seconds will be coming out to the side with our feet. All right, to modify, you can come down onto your knees here, and we can do this similar with the arms. So if you're on your knees, you can bring hand to shoulder for the first 45 seconds. And then for the second 45, hands to the side. Okay, and if there's wrist or hand problems, you can always come into elbows as well. So if you wanted to do elbows, you can still move your feet around this way. That's great. Okay. All right. So we are going to start our 45 seconds right now. Coming to your plank, however you want to do that. And knee toward elbow or hand toward shoulder. Planks get tiring too, so if you need to come down halfway through, that's fine. Switch your position, that's okay. In your plank, really think of pushing the floor away so you've got a nice stable base at your shoulder blades. Good. And 45 seconds down, switch to the other one, legs out to the side. If you're on your knees and you're moving your hands, we're alternating the hands out to the sides. Push that floor away. Hold those belly buttons in. Great job, everyone. Okay, woo. Take a breather. And that's one time through the circuit. We're gonna go one more time. See if we even remember what we did. Oh yes, I do. Okay, here we go. Let's grab those small weights. And we're gonna come into our squat position. So feet a little wider than hips. Weights come right at the shoulders. And we're gonna squat down and push overhead. We got a minute and a half. Time starts now. Squat and push. Squat, push. We're almost there, everyone. We're finishing up this circuit. We've got a little cool down, and then you can check your workout off of your daily list. Couple of things to remember when we did this the first time. As you're standing up, we're squeezing those glutes, pushing through the heels. And as you reach overhead, keep that space between your shoulders and ears. Don't shrug those shoulders up. And then the other thing, I'll turn to the side so you can see me. Bottom comes back. As you come up, reach straight up overhead. Try not to arch your back at all. Squat and press. Everybody, you're doing great. 15 seconds left of this one. Wonderful. Okay, we'll drop one of those weights. I'm sorry I didn't show this to you before, but with the foam roller with your chair, you can hold on for balance. So we'll go back to dumbbells gonna be in your right hand, stand on your right foot, hold that chair or foam roll for balance, reach forward, and squeeze. And 45 seconds starts now. Squeeze. Good. Reach forward. You want to keep that stance leg that you're standing on. The knee stays relatively straight, not totally locked out. So I would call it an unlocked position. But as you reach forward, don't go further into a squat, okay? We're really thinking about that hinge from the hips and then pinching the shoulder blade. Hinge from the hips, squeeze. Great job, everyone. We've got 10 more seconds on this leg. Good. And then we'll switch legs. Okay. Stand on that left leg, dumbbells in the left hand. And 45 seconds starts now. Reach forward. And we're keeping that left knee unlocked, but we're not going further into a squat. Really thinking about hinging from the hips and squeeze the shoulder blade. Hinge and squeeze. Great job, everyone. Keep going. And we've got 10 more seconds. Hinge from the hips, squeeze the shoulder blade. Fantastic. Okay, we got our last one for the circuit. Go ahead and put that dumbbell down. And we're coming into our plank. Okay, so come on up into your plank. And time starts now. Knee towards your elbow. Alternate. And if you're holding the modified plank, if you're on your knees, alternate hand to shoulder. Great job, everybody. Really push that floor away. Hold those belly buttons in. Keep a nice, strong, stable core. All right, we're halfway there. Go ahead and switch. Feet out to the sides. If you're doing a modified plank, alternate hands out to the sides. Push the floor away. Strong shoulder blades. Don't shrug those shoulders up towards your ears. We're almost there. 15 seconds left. Cool down is in sight. Wonderful. And come on down. Good job, everyone. Wonderful. So let's come on up into standing. We're just gonna take some deep breaths. Palms forward. Feet about hip width apart from each other. Reach those palms up overhead. Bring your hands together. And then turn your hands out and push away. Palms forward. Reach up. Palms toward each other. Turn the palms away from each other. Push down. Palms forward, deep breath in. All the way up. Turn the palms out and breathe out. Oh, so it's funny with the light. Sorry, everyone. Palms together, breathe in. Turn the palms away. Breathe out. One more. Palms forward. Reach them toward each other as you breathe in. Turn them out and push away, breathing out. Very nice. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching. So we'll come down to our mats. Lie on your back. And let's hold on to the back of your right thigh. Straighten that right foot up toward the ceiling. Circle the ankle. Take some deep breaths while you're here. Switch directions of your ankle. Think about all the things you did this morning already. Fantastic job. Good. We'll switch legs. Bring that left knee towards your chest. Hold on to the back of your left thigh. Straighten that left foot up toward the ceiling. Feel a nice stretch in the hamstring. Circle the ankle. So we covered all different areas of the body. You're feeling a little bit sore. That's good. You may feel your legs, quads, hamstrings. You might feel your glutes, which would be great. And we did a little bit of shoulders. You may feel it in there. But really, really good job getting up and coming to meet me for this workout. We will be doing these classes for the foreseeable future. Let's cross the ankle over the knee and then pull the knee towards your chest. We'll get a little bit of a hip opener. We'll be doing these classes. I think you guys all got the email blast, but we've got multiple classes offered each day. Pilates, yoga, different types of strength and conditioning classes like this one. There's a foam rolling class. And there's some kids classes too. So there was a question the other day. There's no limit on the classes. You can take as many as you want. Please take advantage of them. It's really nice as an instructor and a physical therapist to still have a good community of people that you're reaching out to, even if we don't get to see you in person. And we'll switch legs. Feel that stretch on the outside of your hip. Very nice, everyone. Okay, one more stretch. Let's come on up to kneeling position. And we're gonna go one foot in front of the other. We're gonna tuck the tailbone under, shift your weight forward, and you should feel a nice stretch in front of your back hip. Reach your arm of the back leg, same arm, up and overhead. Feel a little deeper stretch there. And hold, take some deep breaths here. We did lots of hip working out today, so this is a great way to open the hips up. Good. Okay, and switch sides. All right, tuck that tailbone under, shift forward, reach the arm up and overhead. And I'm sorry, I didn't show you this. If you're having any issue kneeling down, you can always do this in standing. So same thing here, just reaching up and over. Very nice. All right, everybody, stay hydrated today. Feel free to finish off with any more stretching that you need. I'm Juliana again. I'm going to be doing this class every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. So thank you guys again so much for coming, and please feel free to check out some of the other classes too, and hopefully I'll see you all again next Wednesday. Thanks a lot.